Alright, what's going on everybody? Travis with the REC Garage. Back in here on Monday. Jacob's here, knocking stuff out. So we're getting the floor all set on this before I start welding all the sheet metal back in. So he's got these pieces to tie in this down here. Even the ones over here. He's actually going to make these 3 pieces into one. So it'll just sit right down there. Then we can spot weld it on everything and spot weld this down and yada yada. Just going to put some beads in this. What else? Yeah, well, that's kind of what he's doing. And I am not going to work on the sheet metal on that 37 because I need to finish up these Model A quarters that we worked on a couple weeks ago. Well, I've been working on for a couple months. But we got some abrasives in so we can finally touch up the welds that are in weird and awkward places, like one right down in there. Got these. They are never in stock at Harbor Freight. So when I run out from the place I usually get them, Benchmark Abrasives, I'm usually shit out of luck. So I forgot to order them last time. What's up, baby? All right, camera just died. But yeah, abrasives came in. So I need to get those quarters wrapped up, metal finish them, get them all DA'd looking nice. I might even hit the inside a little bit, just a ton of patches, make it look decent so when you look inside it doesn't look like a total patchwork mess. But yeah, gotta finish that up, and then I'll probably get back on this 37 because he is coming tomorrow to come look at it. So I want everything kind of at least fully sealed up on the bottom there. So I'll let this charge, I'll get to work. Trying to get the lumpiness out of the welds. Coming out pretty good. Pretty good. Alright, so, I don't know if this is on Kelly's channel or my channel, but it's her car, so sold it. Well, at least we think we sold it. Had to rent the truck and trailer to deliver it to the guy, so I hope he's serious. So yeah, gonna take the trans out, because after I dropped the price after like 6 months of listing it, and I took the transmission out of the listing, because 39 transmission nowadays is like 1,200 bucks. So, not including that. So I gotta either find something in the back or something that, you know, as a placeholder. So hopefully I have something. So let's take that out, and hopefully that goes easy, and you know, I don't have any problems, because I really don't want a big issue taking this trans out. Not that it, you know, not that I'm not gonna do it, it's just gonna be a pain in the butt. I want it to just take the trans out, put something in its place, set it back down, call it a day. We'll see if that'll happen though, probably not. So, let me go in the back and grab something. I'll see if I have anything. All right, 39 trans is out. Side shift is in, and a good thing about these side shift transmissions, it's not like I'm giving them a junk transmission. It has synchronizers in between the gears, it's just not a top shift. So you can take these gears and put them in an earlier case, and you'll be all set. You just need to find the newer shift tower and mess with, widen the shift forks or switch shift forks, or, you know, you gotta mess with the shift tower. is what I gotta say. You gotta find a 39 or later shift top, which could be hard, but at least you got the gears. You know, it's a tech tip. So now let me try and load this thing up. So I gotta move a couple things in the front. I got a couple front ends that are in the way. I actually need to take these doors off because I'm using the mock-up pins that a subscriber of mine made for me, and you know, I can't give those away. So I'm gonna take those off and put the doors in the body, get this thing loaded up. So I was just getting ready, moving the stuff out front to, you know, push the car onto the trailer, but I seem to have rented a utility trailer and not a car trailer. I thought it was the right size. Well, it is the right size. It'll fit 6 by 12, but the gate on the back is not the same width as the full width of the trailer, so I cannot push the car onto the trailer. So I'm gonna have to take the body off because I'm gonna make this work. Like, I am not going out and swapping trailers tomorrow, spending more money. So I'm gonna take it off, get the chassis on somehow. It's got an engine in there now, so it's gonna be heavy. But I think if I kind of try and kitty corner the thing, I might be able to get it in. And then once I get the front in, me and Jacob can probably pick up the back and push it on. It only needs to go up 31 inches, and just the chassis won't be that bad. And then me and him can lift the body and put it on the chassis. But we're gonna have to do the same thing getting it off, which is not gonna be fun. But I'll figure it out, because I figure everything out. It's just, is it gonna suck? 100% yes, but whatever. That's what I gotta do. I'm not driving back up to Massachusetts to swap the trailer tomorrow morning. I just want to get it done and be done with it. So, fun stuff. Good thing this doesn't weigh much, or I'd be in trouble. Never come back. Alright, so in the process of making it work, I got one wheel in there. I did a test with my 36 front end. Wheel in it. It'll go in. I don't know about these tires. Tires are a little thicker than the other ones, but see if we can make it work. I'm going to hook one of these up to the front so it doesn't roll back all the way on me. And I have to start again. Well, it's almost in. Me and Jacob just need to pick the rear end up and push it in. Ready?
Yeah. Holy shit.
Why was my body so heavy? Yeah, it's like nothing.
Now what?
Okay. Yeah, you got all the time in the world with me, so.
Oh, that leg's crap.
Got it?
That was some yoga right there, actually.
Okay. Get some floors and cross members.
Hold on, transmission. Got it?
We in the rear cross member?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm like we're teetering somehow.
Yeah, I'm just stepping over the transmission. Hold on.
Yep. Oh, I got it close, huh?
We're really close, so I'm at the motor.
Oh, it's the rear end, right?
Yeah. Alright, put it down. Gotta go to the left. Yep. Right there.
Hey, in the chest.
Does it?
Yep. We get the hardware. So,
Why don't we just strap it?
this one's in the middle, and then the tail is that's it.
Good enough, eh?
Yeah, there you go now. This is it. He's gonna be like, how long?
Wizardry.
Alright, right there. Have a big enough spot that we can kitty corner this thing out of here?
Hopefully.
If it's like a street unload, it's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah.
Alright, so I did a little bit of work in here last night. I thought the camera might have been at the shop, but it was not, it was here. So I'm gonna show you quickly what's going on. So, mess on this side. These are sponsored boxes for Kelly to put in our stuff. You know, that's always there. This chassis is now moved from here over. I just kind of put things that are going on it with it. Y blocks here for right now. Me and Joe, I think this weekend, this Sunday, are gonna kind of dive into this and see if all the clearances are okay and if, you know, everything turns well. Because I just want to, like, you know, freshen this up a little bit, mildly take it apart, re-gasket it, put it back together, and like just paint it. Like, hopefully have to do nothing to this engine, but we'll find out. Because transmission's all cleaned, ready for primer. You know, and I kind of cleaned up, doesn't look like it's clean, but I cleaned up this area a bit and like covered things. You did see us working on the Tom Cobb stuff, so I'll show you a little bit on that right now. So now the way I have it, it took me a bunch of tries to get this configuration correct, because this is a 371, but I used a different 371 to take the internals from, and the end plates were different, and you know, these end plates were even different, the covers, and I was trying to use the end plates, these middle plates here that have the bearings on them, from the other blower, because I knew that blower turned really nicely. Everything was rebuilt, it was perfect. So if I could just swap the middle part to the part that Tom had pruned, and you know, put his end plates, his covers on, it would be perfect and fine. But the end plates were different, and there were some clearance issues. Well, not clearance issues, but like, you see how this end plate kind of comes down? On the rebuilt one, it was straight across, and when I put this rounded style cover on, there was a little hole that I could see into the case. So that was not good. Oil would leak out of that, so I had to switch to the end plates that Tom had. And like, the seals were different, bearings were different. Like, I had to pretty much fully rebuild this thing, which is not a bad thing, because it probably needed it. And I'm gonna have to most likely blow it apart again, but we'll see. So yeah, let me show you a little demonstration. So I have a drive shaft in here now that'll drive the pulley that would be on here, but right now Let me see, I'll show you. The splines come out a little too far. There's splines in this, so this is a little too long. So I'm just using spare parts right now to be able to turn it. But when I get the correct drive shaft, I should be able to, I'll be able to just turn this and turn the blower, which will have a pulley on it eventually. So right now I just pull this, and if you can see the top of this, so it's already pulling air in, and these carburetors are like literally just mocked up. There's nothing in them. There's gaps everywhere, and it's still creating, oh, this is not even bolted down, and it's still creating enough suction to slightly suck in the paper towel, which is pretty cool. That means I did something right. So now it's really just figuring everything else out. I need to drill and tap the bottom of the case to put some studs in. What else here? Yeah, I need to do that. And then I need to make a plate to then bolt said studs to. And then I need to make holes on that plate to screw into the intake. We'll see. I don't want to weld to this because it's an original Edelbrock slingshot. And apparently only 100 made. I don't know if that's true, but that's the word that goes around. So I don't want to weld to that. I'll make an adapter if I have to, but I don't want to weld to it. So yeah, I need to do that. Shorter drive shaft, make a pulley with a 6-bolt pattern that I can bolt it straight onto here. That's how Tom had it. I have one that I would like to use, but yeah, like this, it would be like this, which would be so rad. So I gotta make something like that work. So that's it. That's pretty much all that's going on in Tom Cobb's blower land. There's probably gonna be, you know, a little bit before we get to any more of that, but that's kind of where we're at. I might see if I can drill and tap the blower, but it's just such a small base. I'm not sure how he did it, you know, but I can always find that out easily somewhere. You know, if he did it, you know, it's definitely possible. I just got to figure out, because if I do a plate like this, I guess I can. It's just gonna be very, very tight unless I have like a cutout recess in here, so it gives me a little more room to put a nut on. I don't know. We'll see. I think it does need to be a little thicker than this. Well, maybe not. That's actually kind of perfect. So that spacer block right there is kind of probably where we need to be. So cool. Yeah, I gotta figure all that out. But for now, that's all we got. All right, so we're in the shop. I don't know if I added selling Kelly's Coupe on this channel or if I'm putting it in hers, but we sold Kelly's 29 Coupe. Finally, I had that thing up for sale forever, and we just lost our shirts on it, but you know, it just had to go. We have other plans, and it's just kind of in the way. The home shop now is pretty much just as crowded as it was with customer stuff, but just all our stuff now. And speaking of that, Jacob is going to get a trailer right now so we can bring even more stuff to the home garage, because I don't want to crowd this shop with personal stuff, and that's kind of what's starting to happen. Like, Jacob's Coupe is here. Not that that's a problem, it has been taking longer than I thought it was going to take. My frame has been in the way of the English wheel for quite some time now. So I really need to get that out of here. And I just got the body back from that whole mess a couple doors down. So this is the 32 Roadster, brand new Brookville body. It is primed. Now I just need to do body work to make the whole thing smooth, and I don't normally do that. Well, I could say I never do that, and I have never done that, so it's gonna be experience for me, learning how to do body work, but I gotta do it, so I'm gonna do it. So yeah, we're gonna take care of that, make it pin straight. I'm gonna try to do a really nice job on it, because if I'm doing it myself, like at night, there's no money being thrown around to get it done really nice. It's just my time. So if I'm working on this every night, figure a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks, I could get the whole body nicely body worked, and I'll probably end up spraying it myself at that point. I was gonna have some guy come down and just spray it, but like, why am I gonna pay some guy to just show up and spray my paint? Like, if there's a couple runs, I can just wet sand it and it'll be fine, because I gotta cut and buff it anyway. I don't know, I'll just do it myself. So there's nothing really special about this body. It's just a 32 Brookville, flat firewall, you know, nothing. There's really not much to show here, but we're gonna be taking that home So we're gonna have the 32, partially part of the 32.3 window at home. We get the other frame for, it's not really for Kelly's. It's very confusing because I'm building 3 32s at one time, and right now a frame is under the wrong body, so there's pretty much a car and a frame in the garage now, and now there's going to be 2 cars in a frame. I might put that frame up against a wall for a while because I didn't think this was going home, but I thought about it and I'm like, why do I need it here in the garage when I can literally do everything I need to do at home, I think. So I'm just gonna do it at home. I got the TIG welder at home, the Eastwood TIG welder, and if I want a MIG, I just get some MIG gas and start MIG welding at home too. You know, I got cutting wheel over there, all my hand tools. If I need something, I might have to come to the shop or like bring it home one night and use that, but I think I got everything pretty much. So yeah, a lot of body work in my future. But first things first, we're gonna be building a chassis on it. And I don't know if that's gonna go on Kelly Builds channel or it's gonna go on this channel. This one I'm kind of trying to keep mostly stuff that happens in the shop, but you know, I don't know yet. I just don't know what we're doing yet. We're just getting back in the swing of things, so we'll figure it out as time goes. So follow Kelly because there's stuff on her channel that is not on my channel. I think the consensus right now, we're keeping my channel as REC Garage, Road Alliance Customs, and then Kelly Builds channel is gonna be her and I building our personal stuff. So I don't know, we'll see. But I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff out of here now because I got the body separate from the frame, from the rear end. The front end, that's upstairs. The wheels and tires are in the office. The windshield frame, stanchions, all that stuff is in the office. The stuff's just scattered around here and I don't need to be tripping on it anymore. I'll trip on it at my house. So that's what's happening there. Jacob has been working on some floor pieces. It's a funky little angle to fit all the curves in the floor. I did the side ones, had flanges to the sides. He did the top one over and around. Started working more on this panel to get this all one piece because it was 2 separate flanges. He just added this corner piece in here to make it nice and smooth. Yeah, I got, well, yes, we still have these quarters here. I got this quarter. I know this one looks nice, right? I did a bunch of metal finishing on this quarter, and I'm happy with it. For the bunch of aggravation and the misalignment that this thing has, I am happy with how it turned out. There are a few problem areas, but you know, like everyone says, everything gets a skim coat. So this bottom area I'm not crazy about, but it's easily fixed with some body work. And we forget to weld this when he gets back. Jacob's gonna weld that up, finish that out. But this is done. That's all set. Now I just gotta do the same to this one. And you know, so he did a good job metal finishing the welds he did, but well, I should say he did a good job grinding off the weld. It's just a little lumpy. He doesn't do this often enough to be great at it yet. So it's not his fault. We just have some waviness and some lumpiness that I need to get out before it goes down the road. Because like, if you feel it this way, oh yeah, it's smooth. But if you go down the weld like this, you feel all the lumps and bumps. So I got to take care of that and do a little bit more on the surface finish of these areas. It's kind of a bunch of different grit scratches that I want to kind of even out and, you know, just finish off. And down here, I didn't have my little tiny belt grinder, so I couldn't get at these welds here. So now I can get at those, grind those away lightly, and then putting a bunch of back and forth between that and the DAs and this guy here. So pretty much an all-day thing for the other fender. Quarter, it's probably going to be the same thing with this one. Just kind of get in the zone, work, get this thing done. Because this is the kind of situation, same situation as the deck lid, where like we've reached the limit on this. We're kind of just doing the rest of the work out of the goodness of our hearts. No, we like to go crazy on stuff most of the time, and you can't always charge the customer to go crazy, because if they don't ask for that, you can't charge them to, you know, to do that work. So if I was anybody else, this quarter would probably be leaving the way it is right now. But since I need things to be a certain way or I freak out, I need to do a little bit more metal finishing on this before I want it to leave the door. And that's on me. That's my fault. That's my own head. So I'm going to do the work and not charge the customer for the work. We kind of have been anyway. It's been like 3 weeks unpaid on these quarters, but it's all my fault. It's all mine. So, and the same thing on this deck lid skin here that I said I was going to finish up last week, I think, and I didn't. Or I said I was going to finish it this week, and I haven't touched it. So I need to do this because it's so close. It's so close. I just, I spent all day yesterday loading Kelly's Coupe up and delivering that to the new owner, and then I had to, I had to rent a truck and a trailer to do that, so I had to bring the trailer back, and then I had to bring the truck back, and then I had to be home for a certain time for the kids, and it was not a day wasted because we made money, I guess, but it's stuff. Life is happening. So yeah, so that's what's going on. I got to work on those quarters. When Jacob gets back, we're gonna load the Roadster up and the frame and all the other accoutrement that goes with it. Bring it back home. Do all the welding there. Do all the work there. Yeah. Whew. All right, Jacob's in front of me with the 32. I don't know if you see it or not, but it's in there. Had a little accident. So on the way, I guess we didn't tighten up the hinge pins on the trunk enough. One bounced its way out and the other one kind of almost came out. Good thing the trunk lid stay was on, because the top flipped up and it was kind of trying to open like a rumble seat, which is not good. So, and I forgot that I didn't bolt the vent down, so the vent just went whoop, came up and landed in the body. Didn't get that damage is there, but the deck lid, as you see, it's here. Didn't really get damaged, just the bottom edge got a little, chipped out because it wasn't supposed to go over the lip. Whatever, I still got a prime paint, a prime bodywork, and all that kind of stuff, so I didn't really care. But the body itself in the frame has not moved an inch since we tied it down, and that's good. Usually stuff bounces all around, but just staying in place, and that's good. Hopefully we can just lift the whole thing up as a frame and body together, one unit, and just get it out of there. It's gonna be a little heavier than normal, but I think it'll be a little easier, honestly. You'll see it though. All right, everything's in here. It's a pretty cool garage. This turned into a Model A garage, from a Model A garage to a 32 garage. So this is gonna be a 3-window, and a Roadster. So got most of my parts here. Still got some stuff coming. 9-inch, got my radiator, spring and cross members over there. Front end, missing some parts. I scavenged the kingpin for my axle drop and jig, so I don't have that there, but everything else is pretty much here. There's a lot of cleaning up to do. Oops, tripping on stuff. I gotta clean this rear end up so I can paint it, and so I can weld my brackets on and paint it, which that's stuff that's coming. It's at the garage still. I forgot my brackets. I forgot, what else I forget? I forgot a bunch of other stuff, but for now I can think the brackets. Not grind, sand the paint off, clean this up nice, weld my brackets on, gonna put the firewall in, maybe notch it, I'm not sure. Need to weld or rivet the feet on, which I think I'm gonna rivet the feet on. Hot rivets on my wheels and tires, backing plates, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, bunch of stuff laying around everywhere. I need to consolidate, clean up a little bit, move stuff around. I want to try and mock it up a little bit, I guess. I don't know what I want to do, but I gotta clean up. It was clean from selling Kelly's Coupe and getting stuff out of here, and then I brought this back, so now it's a mess again, but that's okay. Because now I got my car back. So yeah, let me, get what I'm gonna do. I don't know why. I don't know why I'm rambling. All right, finally done with these quarters. Oh, thanks, compressor. So yeah, we got this one here, all polished up, ready to go. This guy, all polished up. Jacob just filled a few extra pinholes we found. We're not gonna go crazy because this thing is literally almost the worst quarter we've ever seen, and yeah, we're just gonna end up remaking this whole top section if we go any further, and we can't do that. So yeah, just gonna trim that, and then these will be done. We'll wrap them up in that nice foam, put it in a box, and kick it out the door. All right, finally. Let's put it on there.
Yeah, the nice thing is the metal's so thin, getting the dents out takes almost no time at all.
Yeah,
there's a dent over here. I hit it like 3 times and it's flat.
Yeah, look at all the pitting in here.
Yeah, it's heavy pitting.
Yikes. If he wanted me to sandblast this, and if I sandblasted it,
like right here, this would all be a hole.
Yeah, I just,
I don't know if it transfers on camera, but it's pretty rowdy.
Oh, Yeah, I think I'll let him sandblast it and find out what's underneath, because I don't know. That's it.
I would just wire wheel, spray paint.
You're gonna have to put some Marglass over the front to
Yeah.
whatever. It's all G.
What are you gonna do? Replace all of it?
You can't. You gotta stop somewhere.
We decided to stop here.
Yes, we decided to stop here. All right, so as you can see, that week was kind of filled with personal stuff and not a lot of work, which is a bummer, but it happens sometimes. It happens a lot with me. I try to knuckle down and get some stuff done this week. So this looks less complete than the last time you saw it, but he is close. He's got a bunch of stuff going on here, but he is close. Where is it? I think somebody stole it. Oh, no, it's here. Okay, so he's got stuff tacked on, not tacked on, spot welded on one side, the front and the back. So we kind of have to, you know, we just got to finalize everything so it looks like one flange going around the whole thing and put it in. In other news, I did work on the 36.5 window. I got the inner all welded together all the way around, everything. You know, there's gaps now. So there should be plenty of room now to put my skin over this. So next step on this, I just got to make a skin that lays on top of everything here, and once that's nice, looks good, contours fit, you know, scribe it to this and flange it over, be done. It should be, it's going to be easier than making this inner. I will never, well, I won't say never, but I'll try not to ever do this again. Making an inner from scratch, that was a bad idea. But I knew I could do it, but for a, you know, a paid job, yeah. For my own stuff, yeah, I'll do it again. But somebody else's thing, whew, there's a lot of money in that deck lid. Well, there could be a lot of money in that deck lid, but there is not. What else? I guess that's about it. It wasn't a bunch of work on. Yeah, on Monday, I said he was kicking ass doing work on that thing. Not that it's his fault. And then it's Monday again, and it looks even less complete. So this week, 100% that floor is going to be done. And I'm going to work on the 34.3 window this week. I need to get some stuff done on that. We have a bunch of parts upstairs ready to go. New sub rails, new corners. So I'd hope to get the floor underneath this week and the deck lid made for the 36. I don't care about touching the 37 this week because we've been working on it a lot. I pretty much get everything mocked up. Like, got a mock chop, got the, you know, the deck, not the deck lid, the catwalk moved forward. I got the sheet metal for around the deck lid roughed out. I'm okay on that for a bit. Switch my focus back onto the 36 and the 34. I think mainly the 34 because I have a lot of parts. There's nothing really stopping me other than myself from doing that. So I'd really want to do that. So that's next week's video. So I will see you then. I hope you enjoyed this video. Mix of personal stuff and business stuff. Tell me what you like. It's probably just going to be a mashup between mine and Kelly's channel of our personal stuff. So just follow both channels and follow along, because I'll definitely show some stuff on my channel when she doesn't feel like working on it. And when we both feel like working on it, it's probably going to be on her channel. So that's all I got for this week, man. Catch you next week.